What happened is when we bought the house, we decided that we couldn't live with the kitchen.
So you tore it out already. I design kitchens and baths all day, every day. What I hate about watching renovation on TV is they don't show you the army of men and women it takes to pull it off. I'm Jenny Rausch with Karr Bick Kitchen and Bath. We're going to show you everything, the good, the bad, the disasters in the middle. This is a real-life renovation.
Brought to you by Karr Bick Kitchen and Bath.
I got a call from a homeowner. She just bought this house. She wants to redo the kitchen, maybe some other things, but she's not sure where to put the money. So we're going to go in, look around, give her some great advice.
My name's Julie Kirby. I'm a stay-at-home mom, part-time real estate agent. I bought this house not thinking I needed to do much. And then I started to go through it and kind of began to panic.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi,
I'm
Julie. How are you?
Good to finally meet you in person. I'm so glad you could come. I want to show you the kitchen.
Oh my gosh, it's gone.
It's gone. So what happened is when we bought the house, we decided that we couldn't live with the kitchen.
So you tore it out already.
We did.
In retrospect, it wasn't a good idea for me to come in and just start tearing things out. I probably should have had a better plan.
Okay, usually that panics me because whenever you have an end game, if you've torn your kitchen out already, we want to have already ordered product and material.
We haven't.
Okay.
We are not even close to that.
So you hated it so much you ripped it out already.
We did. We had cabinets over here, and there were just a lot of cabinets, and then there was the refrigerator, and we wanted to go ahead and keep the refrigerator, but we're going to change the panel out to save some money. So that's kind of the plan there.
So this is project number one. We want to do a kitchen.
We want to do a kitchen.
Okay.
We definitely want to do a kitchen.
Well, show me all the things in the house that you're thinking about doing so we can see what the scope of work is and then figure out what kind of dollar amounts are and where the best bang for the buck will be.
All right, well, let me go ahead and show you the rest of the house. One other idea we tossed about was maybe making this room the kitchen.
The only problem I see with this is all the windows are very low. So
Okay.
if you had to move a kitchen into this space, a lot of the windows would have to be replaced and raised. And I can see from here that it's a brick exterior.
It is.
So you have exterior work with it, and it raises the bar on the budget pretty substantially just by replacing windows and doing exterior work. It makes sense to leave the kitchen where it is, especially since it's right off the garage where you're going to drag all your groceries in.
Okay, so this is the room I'm struggling with a little bit. So it's a really big room. I don't think that I need a formal dining room this big, but I don't want to lose a living room area, formal either. So I just don't know what the best direction is.
Well, I think this room is big enough to be both.
Okay.
I mean, it's great architecturally because it has a fireplace.
Right.
And I think we just need to work on the floor plan, figure out how to fit both in this space comfortably, and it could be really neat. You could sit down, have a meal, and then move right over to the sofa.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think that sounds awesome. Let's go on upstairs and let me show you the areas that we need help with. So this is the master bedroom, and then in here is our Boogie Nights bathroom.
Wow.
As you can see, it is massive.
Yes.
There's
It's
a
big.
whole lot going on. So
It's very big.
it's very big. So you can see, like, there's a lot of thought in this, but it's not very cute.
So big is great because you have a lot of space to work with. The issues that I see right now are, in terms of structural, there's a lot of walls, and so I question whether or not the walls are holding something up. This was an addition. We might have things to work around. I know you have a contractor coming later today. Those are the questions we're going to ask him in terms of layout. I don't like the toilet location.
I don't like
you
it
have
either.
like yards of space in here, and the first thing you do is walk into the toilet. No good there.
No good. That's the thing my husband hates the most.
Weird angles, lots of cubby spaces, and then you turn this corner and then there's a whole other part of the bathroom which includes a very large shower that's molding very badly. So we have lots of issues to deal with, and I think the best way to tackle this project is by talking to him to see what parameters we're working with in terms of what walls have to stay, what can move, and how we can hide that toilet, and what we need to leave in what location. The biggest challenge is going to be that bathroom because it's odd, it's big, and I think there's a budget challenge. This is the bathroom I saw from the stairs, and it's hard to miss because it has this very blue indigo floor, which actually indigo is the hot color right now.
Oh, good. Good, I like that.
And it is actually a very cool floor. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense in this house, but I think in terms of budget, I know we're working on budget.
Yes.
It doesn't make a lot of sense to rip it up, so I think we're going to try to work with it.
I would like to do something to this bathroom to update it a little bit, but definitely very budget friendly.
This is the kitchen. You can see they came in and they already tore it out. So
Yeah, they sure did.
the stars are aligning on this project. I cannot believe that Julie is actually getting Randy.
Jenny called and asked me if I would consider being involved in this project.
And I said, I'm doing this project and we have to start it and we have to be done with it by August. And I wish I could have you because I know we would get through it and everybody would be happy. And he said, actually, I can probably make it happen.
Sounded like fun.
It's pretty straightforward in here. I'm going to bring Wendy in as a designer and I'll introduce you to her later. This part of the project isn't really what I'm concerned with. What I'm mostly concerned with is the bathroom upstairs. I'm going to take you upstairs and show it to you and you can tell me what you think.
Okay. So I started in the construction business when I was about 10 years old. My family was in the construction business, have been involved in a lot of historic restoration work.
Randy is the perfect guy for this project, and he was an art major in college, which is a really interesting thing for a contractor to be. When you want to do something a little bit different or interesting, he is excited about it versus, I don't want to do that, which makes him a great fit for just any project. This is the master.
Okay. Very nice.
The biggest issues that I see in here are, well, it's dated, obviously.
Right.
There's a lot of strange angles, skylights, eyes looking at you from the ceiling. Toilet is right there when you walk in. However, I think there's budget concerns, so I don't think they really want to move it. So I thought we could maybe move the door into what is this closet over here so that we could
Okay.
kind of create a toilet room right there.
Right. That sounds good.
Okay, so that kind of means though that I'm not sure what we're dealing with right here.
I am most concerned about the renovation of the master bathroom. I'm terrified that it is going to put my husband in a tizzy with the budget.
Well, the question is, does this have anything to do with holding up that roof?
Yeah.
And if it does, we have to compensate for that.
Right, and how much does this compensation cost us in overall budget, I guess would be the question.
Okay, well, we can find that out. There appears to be maybe some ductwork, or there's some strange shaped spaces in there that I'm not sure why they're that way, and we're not going to know till we open them up.
You know, we're kind of thinking about keeping the sinks and the shower in the same space, kind of trying to keep the tub sort of in a similar location, but maybe turning it and putting it under the window. We kind of want to open up some spaces because everything feels
Right.
so tight, even though you have all of this. So, you know, I thought maybe Wendy could draw some ideas up for you. Maybe you could look at it, and then maybe we could come back and poke some holes or something. Does that sound like a plan?
That's a great plan.
Okay.
Well, the good news is it's not ductwork. The bad news is it seems to be a beam.
Real Life Renovations is brought to you in part by these fine sponsors. Real Life Renovations, brought to you by Karr Bick Kitchen and Bath.
This is our first day of construction.
Right.
And budget and design, I think, are based purely on what's happening here in this. So I'm really worried because we don't want to have this here. So you're going to poke some holes, is that right?
The roof has to stay, so what is this wall doing? Is it contributing to holding up this roof or not?
And how do we find out?
Hopefully not. Well, we carefully and aggressively with hammers and saws start chopping into it to see what's inside there. So we can do that now if you'd like.
We do. And then also we have an issue because I know we have to maintain a lowered ceiling height in here, but we would also like to get rid of this header, this dropped header right here. So this is an issue for us as well.
But somewhere in here is where the old house connects to the new addition, or the previous addition.
Okay.
So it's very possible that this is
Load bearing?
something like that, right? So we're gonna check that out.
Okay, let's poke some holes.
Okay. doesn't hurt us.
That's some kind of beam, right?
That looks like a post
Yeah.
holding up something.
But in the layout, I don't think we have to go back as far. Don't we just take a portion of this wall? Because some of it maintains to create the toilet section.
Yeah.
So we need to look at the layout and see how much of it we need.
Well, I believe it shows that it comes back to here.
To here,
That we're
okay.
removing all of this.
All right. So how much of that can we get rid of?
Well, we don't know yet.
Okay, keep poking.
Well, the good news is it's not ductwork.
Okay.
The bad news is it seems to be a beam. Yeah, so this is a beam
Okay.
right here. And I'm guessing this is the post that it sits on.
Yep.
If it was ductwork, normally you can move ductwork into another location. You can't move a beam that's holding up something in a particular spot. It's there for a particular reason in that spot. So we have to compensate for that, but there's almost always a way. Well, so we need to start thinking about options here. The easiest option, of course, is to leave this where it is, but I think there's other options.
Yeah.
We might be able to raise that beam. That beam is hanging down lower than we want it to, so it makes that ceiling too low.
Right.
If we can raise that beam up as high as possible, I don't know how high it is, but
Well,
raise
there's
it up
another-
higher.
What does that do to our budget? $1 million question.
I don't know if I'm prepared to say exactly what it does to the budget. I mean, we knew we were getting into something here.
Yeah.
I was hoping and expecting that he would say that it won't cost that much to do the whole plan as we had earlier discussed. So right now I'm waiting to hear if it's going to be a budget buster.
We have to explore a little more.
All right, so let's explore some more and then we'll reconvene and let Julie, the homeowner, know what we found.
Budget is a big thing. I'm having a hard time justifying to my husband spending the same amount on a bathroom as on a kitchen. So that's the struggle that I face with the budget.
Right now, I'm so busy, so I'm gonna bring in another designer from my team. We're kinda gonna work on it together, so I'm gonna introduce her to Wendy. And I think Wendy and her are gonna be a great fit in terms of personality. I think they're gonna really get along and like each other, and between the three of us, we can get this done.
We met together at Karr Bick.
I love having Wendy as my designer. She has been so personable and she has come out to the house and really helped me get everything in line. And then what's great too is I have Jenny there who's also helping me.
You know, I was amazed when I saw the plans that she had for it. It's transformational.
I'm not sure if this is what you had imagined your bathroom
Wow.
would look like after we poked some holes.
Okay. All right. So is that a problem?
Yes,
Okay.
a little.
I would have never ever thought to have busted through walls and gotten rid of that big nasty space. So I think it's amazing.
So here's the deal.
Okay.
We have in the bathroom
Okay.
this wall coming out so that we could come into this bathroom and have this really nice grand entryway, which would be great and fabulous.
Okay.
Very residential versus this
Okay.
commercial mall bathroom that you have
Okay.
right now. The problem is this old roof and the new roof is being held up by a beam that's right here.
Okay.
So what we can do, or what Randy can do, is I don't know if you can see how this is flared out right here, this skylight.
Okay.
So they would bring this down and then we would have a new header right here that would carry the load,
Okay.
so that then the beam would be able to come down right here where we want the toilet to be.
Okay. I think
So
it
that's
sounds
how we'll
good.
do it.
Okay.
It adds to your budget.
Okay. What are we talking, Jenny? What are we talking about?
He's gonna figure out
Okay.
a number. But I
right.
think what you also already know is that in our original plan, we just had a basic shower figured in.
Right.
In the new grand shower that Wendy designed that's way better than the
Okay.
nasty, gross one that's over
Okay.
there. I mean, this is a gorgeous shower that she designed. It has bump outs, it has these tile cubbies. I mean, it is cool.
Okay.
And you're gonna shower in it every day, but it's gonna add to the cost.
Okay.
So this adds to the cost and this adds to the cost.
All right.
So you have to decide whether you go for all of it or you pick one or the other?
My husband is very worried through this whole process. I keep telling him that, it'll all work out, but I don't think he likes not being in control at all, so.
Is that a leak? Yes. What was your first clue?
Real Life Renovations, brought to you by Karr Bick Kitchen and Bath.
This adds to the cost and this adds to the cost.
All right.
So you have to decide whether you go for all of it or you pick one or the other. To be honest with you, in real life renovations, there's an aspect to this that is unlike any other homeowner, because we are on the homeowner's schedule, but we're also on a television schedule. Some point during this process, someone's gonna cry, and last week, that was Wendy.
We've been trying to rework the bathroom. We've had a budget problem, and it's been more our problem of fitting the design concept into the homeowner's budget. We want to try to make it beautiful and grand for her, but when it's just that large, there's a lot of materials that are involved in it. So it's been drawn once. We had to go back based on the meeting with the contractor, what we needed to do to scale back the cost for the construction end of it. I got done with the second set of plans. It kind of came to my attention that maybe this bathroom wasn't going to even happen at all. And it couldn't have come at a worse time. I actually wanted to cry because I've been so attached to the plan and wanting to do this for the homeowner that it was a pretty emotional time for me, trying to get this bathroom finished.
There is a difference between interior design and kitchen design, and a lot of what you see on HGTV and those types of programs is interior design, and you see them come in and they draw pretty pictures, but that is not a workable, orderable plan. So there's so much more that goes into it that's very technical. I mean, you have to, it's dimensions and measurements and reading. Basically, you have to sit down and read the manuals for all the appliances and all the working parts and the faucets and the sinks. And you have to figure it all out, make sure it's going to fit together. One of the things that we specialize in are very intricate, elaborate, beautiful kitchens. And, we've been on the cover of magazines, we've won a lot of awards. But those are hard projects, and they're hard because the designers have to put together floor plans that are very dimensioned, very detailed, and then we sit down and go through them, because once it gets on the job site, it's a huge problem if there's a mistake or an error. So Wendy and I went through the kitchen for this job, for Julie's job, and I found it was just a mathematical, one of those really difficult things, because we were stacking cabinets high, stacking cabinets low, and the center lines weren't mixing up. And it's just one of those things, we all do it. It's like, how did I not catch that? How did I not catch the math? But the great thing is we caught it now. It wasn't something that happened when they were trying to install it. So yay, we caught it in time, but it's still something that was a frustrating part of the week.
Well, we're about 3 weeks into the project, and this is kind of when we discover, hopefully, everything there is to be discovered and figure out how to deal with it. And so far, so good.
Hi, Randy. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
Well, we've been making a mess and cleaning it
Wow.
up since the last time you've been here. So.
Hey, look, the toilet spraying. I love it.
Well, here we are. First thing you'll notice is we have a door where there used to not be a door.
I love, love, love the big doorway. So what I'm really excited about is, before I thought that the bathroom and closet looked really small, and now that you all have taken out some of these features, I really feel like it just opens it up.
Yeah.
I feel like my house seems bigger. I love it.
Well, this is a nice big bathroom and a nice big closet and a nice sitting area. So you'll see we took out the wall. You remember there used to be a closet here, and now the wall is gone. And
I'm so excited about the bathroom. This is gonna make my husband think that it's worth it.
This will be a nice.
This is his biggest complaint about the whole house.
This will be a nice private area with a reading light and everything you need in a toilet room.
I love it.
So this is where you had your long bunch of cabinets with all the mirrors and stuff like that. Well, that's all gone now. The plumber's been here. We're replumbing it for the new sinks. One thing I do need to show you that we opened up, what we're looking at in here is actually the back side of the shower in your other bathroom.
Is that a leak?
Is that a leak? Yes. What was your first clue? Yeah, it is a leak.
Okay.
It's not a big deal, but I think we have to replace that shower valve.
Okay.
And now's the time to do it, obviously, while
Okay.
it's wide open. We predict this amount of unpredictable stuff, and that's been about what it is, and we're nothing that can't be overcome. And coming into here, I think the shower already looks better. You'll notice we took out some of the walls and enlarged this opening. You know, we've got the valve, the showers on both sides, and got a nice skylight above the shower.
Looks really good. Really good, yay!
I have not seen her husband since the first time we met. I assume he's happy as well.
So Travis has officially decided that he has no clue what's going on with the house, that I've taken over control. I don't know that he likes it. We're going with it though. It's working for us.
The electrician's been busy, so the kitchen is pretty much wired, a lot of lights, a lot of outlets, TV, under cabinet lights, things like that.
So I feel like the kitchen feels like it's a little slow, but I think that it's just the boring stuff. I think we're doing the boring stuff in the kitchen right now instead of seeing, you know, the big transformation like in the bathroom. The pool is a lot different. The hole's dug, they've done concrete. They think 4th of July we should be swimming. I can't wait. The whole family cannot wait.
We found quite a few pipes capped off in the basement.
Does it add expense to the budget?
Real Life Renovations is brought to you in part by these fine sponsors. Real Life Renovations, brought to you by Karr Bick Kitchen and Bath.
We're in like the 5th week of construction. It's 108 degrees in St. Louis this week. The guys are dying upstairs because they don't have air conditioning. So I brought them a little ice cream treat.
We found quite a few pipes capped off in the basement, and I'm not sure if they're obsolete pipes or that they were cut out because maybe the place froze.
Does it add expense to the budget?
This would be the sort of thing that would fall under the category of unforeseen circumstances. Right now, we're done with all the rough-in, what we call the rough-in phase, where we run the wires and run the ductwork and run the plumbing and hung drywall in the kitchen.
The guys need paint this week, so we did that. We picked a couple of paint colors that we really like.
There was a question, she was here this weekend, the air conditioning wasn't running. When we looked into it, the fan was kind of froze up, so we're gonna have to get an HVAC guy out here.
I hear the Karr Bick truck backing up outside. Let's go see the cabinets delivery. This is a big wall cabinet coming off the truck. And so we have this whole truck full of Julie Kirby's lovely kitchen cabinets. Okay, week 6 of construction and we have stuff happening.
I'm so excited. It's not the boring walls. I love, love, love the paint.
Okay, you love the color?
I wasn't sure about it in the sample. I trusted you 100% and I love it.
I'm so
think it's
excited.
perfect.
So we also have cabinets going in.
I'm excited. It finally feels like things are starting to come together.
Well, and this is when we really see things rapidly changing. So not only do we have cabinets this week, we have granite templating this week.
I'm so excited. I don't know what to
And
do.
we have tile going in upstairs. So
I wanna see it.
I know you haven't seen it yet.
know.
Let's go see
All
it.
right.
I mean, the house is flooded with people and finished materials. So this is where things really, really start to happen fast. All right, bathroom tile.
Wow.
Okay, you can only step where there's blue tape, so don't step past the blue tape because
Okay.
it's going in right now.
Wow.
So we have large scale tile in here.
Wow. I like it.
Yes, and
Yes.
the other thing you might not have seen yet is the fact that we have drywall everywhere and a primer coat, which changes the look of this bathroom drastically.
I just keep saying, wow, I need Wow. Wow.
So you can really envision the space and how it's going to be and how
It
it's
looks
going to
so
feel.
different.
The changes will be tremendous when you come back from vacation.
My husband does exist. He just always works. So this is a perfect example again of how he's not here, but we're going to go to the Bahamas. So I'm stressed, nervous, anxious. but also excited because I think when we come back, a lot's going to be done.
At Stone Fabricators, we feel it's critical for our customers to come down, take a look at the layout, take a look at the slabs before we fabricate. You know, we want to show them any imperfections. We want to get their input on the color and the veining so that after installation, when they come home and see the final product, it's exactly what they wanted. This is our slab of delicatus for your project, and we wanted you to come down today, take another look. We actually have this photographed for you, and we've got your templates digitized, and we're going to go sit down with the software and kind of put the pieces together.
It's pretty. I love it.
Julie, Wendy, this is Ron. He's our CNC programmer, and this is Bill Morgan, the owner of Stone Fabricators.
Thanks for coming down. SlabSmith is a very unique software program that allows us to take an actual picture of the slab and digitize the templates and pull those together in a program, and it allows us to do customized layouts.
So Wendy, what do you think?
Well, I'm noticing, Ron, that over in this far right area, it's a little light compared to everything else that's at the front. Is there any way I can get more of this dark pattern over to this side?
Of course.
Oh, that's much better. Does the seam still match up well there at the back of the sink? You can hardly see it.
That looks perfect. Julie, what do you think?
What I love about it is that you all are able to create the perfect piece of granite for my property.
After Julie approved the layout, we take that image off the software program, we save that as a file in another program, and that's what we use to cut off of. The saw jet for Stone Fabricators is very unique and it's very helpful. It allows us to cut straight lines with the saw, but the water jet also allows us to cut bowls and arcs and curves and all kinds of intricate designs that you traditionally would have to do by hand. It takes a tremendous amount of time. After it's cut, we still send it over to our hand fabrication department. Even though we still have a sophisticated piece of equipment that does the cutting, we add a little bit of old world craftsmanship to the end result to make sure that everything comes out perfect and everybody's ultimately satisfied with the end product.
At this point, we're set, but we need a remnant for the hall bath, so we'll go
Let's
outside and take a look.
All right.
Okay, so this is the remnant selection we have. We have a ton of remnants back there, various sizes and colors. It's a good way to keep the cost down.
This one has a little bit of that blue color from your floor tile that we can't remove, so maybe something like that would look. Is it big enough?
The depth is good and the length looks pretty good too.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Stone Fabricators is a great place to work with because their quality of the slabs that they have here are more unique, and they're the high end of the slab selection. In addition, all of the people that work here are really professional at what they do. They're all trying to make sure that your project comes out perfectly and no detail is missed.
We have a table saw where you may have a table so you can get a feel for the space.
Are we keeping that?
You can. It's a little dangerous for eating.
Real Life Renovations, brought to you by Karr Bick Kitchen and Bath.
We were in the Bahamas and we haven't been here in about a week, so we're ready to see the changes.
Very exciting.
Okay, it's been a week. We have a table saw where you may have a table so you can get a feel for the space.
Are we keeping that?
You can. It's a little dangerous for eating, but you can. But I think the biggest change is probably the master bath, so we're going to go up there next.
I like it.
Okay, good.
I really like it.
All right. Yeah, master bathroom.
Now this is a pretty stunning change.
Yeah, can you imagine? Can you picture? Can you see it? So first you walked into sort of your dressing area where you're gonna have your sitting area, your clothes, your extra storage. And then you kind of transition into where your sinks are gonna be. And I think what's also fun is when we come sneak over into this area, you can see some tile.
Oh, it's so pretty.
The shower floor is amazing.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah. So you like it? We just had.
Do you like it?
I love it.
What I would like to propose, and Travis, you have to come over here we have to make a deal, is that this is the last time you see your bathroom until you move in. You can't peek, you can't look. I'm gonna close off that doorway and then you won't see it again until the last minute. I get to make all the decisions from here on out. Just me, not you.
All right,
Can you do it? No peeking?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
This is gonna be really hard. Why are you asking me that question? He's asking me if this is what I wanted. That's a funny question. I mean, obviously.
Great.
The house is moving along, and I've just realized that I need some stuff for the outside area. We've really kind of neglected it because we focused so much on the inside. So I went to Seasonal Concepts and I met Rodney. All right, as you can see, Rodney, we need a lot of help back here.
Yes, you do.
And he was so great and helpful. He showed me some different products and said, you know what? I'm just going to go on out to your house and we can devise a plan. The pool being here and there's not a lot of concrete there,
Right.
I was thinking like a long couch or some seating area where people could sit and watch the pool or the kids
I
swim.
think that's a great idea. Maybe something like an eating area here, like a dining area, where we can put a nice big rectangle table and maybe some swivel chairs, a nice rectangle umbrella to keep you out of the sun.
I want a good umbrella. And we're going to go back over to the showroom. We're going to pick out fabrics and furniture.
This is kind of what I had in mind.
Perfect.
Space area, we can't use this piece here,
Right,
okay?
right.
But what I was thinking is we can use this piece here and put a couple more armlets there and then cap it off with the corner here, and you'll have like one long sofa there against the wall.
I am probably going to take mini naps on the long couch. It's going to be my new hideout.
Julie, over here's what I was thinking about putting down there.
I love it.
Down there on the corner where you got that big area down there towards the back of the yard.
Wow.
This will give you plenty of seating. It's cast aluminum, it's heavy. You don't have to worry about it blowing around. It's never going to rust.
Oh, wow.
And
It's beautiful. The table has so many different details, and I keep saying it's all in the details, it's all in the details. And when you look at the kitchen, it's all in the details. And now we're going to take all those amazing, intricate pieces and put it outside. And I feel like it's going to just complete the whole package.
when you're thinking about doing outdoor patio furniture, the reason why you should invest into good fabrics and good quality merchandise is because you're going to have it for a long time. And when it sits outside, it takes a lot of the element. And another thing you might consider too when you come into the showroom is we have 3 displays here where contractors have come in and actually built outdoor scenarios for us out of Bellegarde stone. And you can really see what you can do in your own backyard.
We have a big project and we only have a few days to do it.
Right.
Julie's a little bit overwhelmed, so I'm kind of here to
I heard.
I'm kind of here to talk for her today.
All right.
To help communicate some ideas.
Okay.
In this room, I'm kind of excited. We want to kind of do a Mad Men inspired space. So,
Nice.
yeah, so are you familiar with that?
Yeah, the 50s,
Yeah.
more like petite furniture.
Right.
Their ideas that they want for the space have come to a realization for me.
This is the family room.
Yes.
And really, you kind of have a blank slate in here because I think all that we're keeping is the rug, which kind of goes nicely with the grass cloth that was here.
Certainly.
Yeah, this room has changed, I think, in her mind quite a few times. I thought maybe in the center space we could do like 4 petite kind of chairs with maybe an ottoman or something in the middle of it.
I love that idea.
Good. So we'll go shopping and see what we can come up with.
I love to collaborate with people because I want them to have their personality come out into their space. Julie,
Hi, it's
so
good
glad
to
you're
see you.
here.
Everything
Yeah.
looks great. I'm excited to see what you have.
They have a lot of new styles in, so I can't wait to show you what we have.
What are we going to look at first?
We are going to look at some sofas
Okay.
and see how we can maximize that space, that seating space
Okay.
in your family area.
Great.
Okay?
Well, I really like this. I don't think it would work upstairs, but this would really be great for my basement.
Julie, what do you think of this sofa here? This would maximize your seating.
I like the idea of the more seating. I'm not sure if a sectional is where I want to go. I also think maybe I'm more of a traditional style than contemporary.
Okay, well, keep your mind open. When people are shopping, they're very focused on I'm traditional or I'm contemporary. In this day of age, you can mix those styles together and still make it come off beautiful. Here's a lot of different lamps. When I was talking accessories, you know, something like this would be way too modern.
Right.
But something like this that has the nice detail with the rub-through bronzing effect on it would really bring that to a more traditional type of feel.
Okay. I didn't realize that I had so many different options that I think we're going to really be able to capture each room and make the whole project come together.
Getting those accessory pieces really give the room a personality.
I want it done now. I'm ready. I'm ready to be in my furniture, my pool, my kitchen. Jenny came over and she freaked out on me and then I almost cried.
In a week, we have to have a perfect, beautiful house that we can film the end game.
It's borderline whether it'll happen.
Real Life Renovations, brought to you by Karr Bick Kitchen and Bath.
I went to see her, and it just so happened that it was the night before she was planning on moving in. And none of us knew she was moving in.
Jenny came over and she freaked out on me, and then I almost cried.
The house is not quite ready really to be lived in, but we cleared stuff out of the way and made room for.
The difference in moving in right now is that this is a television show. So we have to, in a week, we have to have a perfect, beautiful house that we can film the end game. And most people don't have to do that. They just get to move in at their leisure and unpack boxes.
The reporter from Ladue News stopped by today, and I think she almost had a heart attack when she saw how much still had to be done. So it's borderline whether it'll happen.
Everything is starting to look beautiful, but we have a yard to fix up, we have a yard to clean up, we have a house to clean, we have furniture to place, we still have furniture to buy.
We're cleaning up today, we're waiting on a shower door.
Well, Karr Bick called and they said that they wanted the door, a specialty door. We can customize and really give exactly what the customer wants. Of course, I went out there and measured it up. A lot of people feel like that they can't have a real custom company come because it's not in their budget, but that's not the case at all. Julie Kirby wanted her shower to be extra tall, and we were able to give that to her. We went 7 foot tall, which is pretty cool. And then she also wanted a very grand look. She has the double doors, and so not just one swinging door, but double doors that comes into that. Robbie Durkers is my #1 guy. He's been with me 25 years. They do all kinds of cool things to make sure that everything lines up just exactly the way it is. No showers are perfectly level, plumb, and all that kind of good stuff. When we're done, you'd never know that. So.
Yesterday, I had to almost vomit in a trash can to get her to hire the landscaper. And that is a true story.
I first walked up and saw the yard. It was a mess and needed a lot of help. And they came in here and mowed down all this coreopsis, which is a desirable perennial. And over there in that spot, there's a bunch of daisies. I really don't know what's under here, so we need to be careful removing it. The landscaping is always the last. It's always has the least amount of budget, and you need to save a little bit more money for the landscaping. I mean, you pull in your driveway, it's the first thing you see. You spend your time outside, maybe you're barbecuing or hanging out by the pool. I mean, you want it to look nice.
Our plans for this job basically are to do a basic cleanup and mulching in the front yard, and then a renovation in the back. In the back, the renovation consists of resodding the plain spots, basically the soil areas, adding a small retaining wall, and then landscaping the areas in between.
The most time-intensive and hardest thing that we're going to do, and not that it's necessarily hard because we have a timeline to, get to, is building a retaining wall in the back.
We are nervous about getting this job done. I mean, but that goes with the process. So, I mean, every job's individual, and a good fair of them do happen to be like this, where it's spontaneous, last-minute notice, and you're under a deadline, whatever that deadline may be. I think Julie will be very, very pleased and happy with the results.
Things are crazy right now, but no room is complete without fresh flowers. Okay, Julie, we have a lot of flowers to buy. The best, least expensive way to do that is come here to Walter Knoll.
But what we do here is we sell flowers in bulk to the public, and the way that we communicate that is through our commodity board up here.
I thought Walter Knoll was an amazing place.
Something kind of neat today are garden roses, but they're much bigger heads, and they have that fragrance that everybody wants. And instead of asking what's cheap today, say what do you have today you only have for 2 weeks during the year, because that's what's neat about flowers on the commodity board.
Sounds good.
So you ready to go in and pick out some?
Yes, let's see what you have. Oh, it's flower heaven. Whoa! Today we are frantically putting the house together. We are pulling things from the basement. We are pulling things from the garage, from closets, from my house, from Ashley, from Philip's Furniture. Trying to put the house together, and it's actually coming together really great. There are some really pretty things happening, and I'm very excited, and I think Julie's really excited too, which is the best part. I was really stressed going in. But now, even though we only have a couple hours left and it's still a disaster, I just feel so good about how it's turning out. I mean, it's beautiful. Cannot believe how beautiful these flowers from Walter Knoll are. They made a huge difference on the mantle. Now the room is complete. I'm really excited about this. Okay.
Oh my goodness!
Real Life Renovations is brought to you in part by these fine sponsors. Real Life Renovations, brought to you by Karr Bick Kitchen and Bath.
The day is finally here. The final transformation day.
It's gorgeous.
Wow. Kitchen, we're gonna start with the kitchen, which is huge. The change is amazing.
It's completely a different look than we started with.
So what are your favorite parts?
I love the hutch. I love that this is a built-in piece of furniture and the cabinets are just, they're so stunning. I don't know, it just makes a bold statement and I love it with the lighter color as well.
And what about you?
Well, I like everything, but I think I like the countertops the most.
Well, the great part was the design is amazing. Wendy did a great job on the design. City Lights did an amazing job with the installation.
Yes. It makes me want to cook. Yes, my trap.
Right. Good benefit.
It is. I just think the backsplash turned out so beautifully. Just it takes your eyes right there.
And there are a ton of features. It would take us all day to go through. This room turned out spectacular.
I love it.
Great work.
Especially with space planning. So I know there was a question in the beginning, can we fit a dining room and living room into the same space? And with the whole Mad Men small furniture theme,
Great.
it worked out really great. So with the help of Melissa,
We got to use some of my grandma's pieces and bring in some new pieces too to make this room. I just think it's perfect for entertaining.
family room
Wow, it's gorgeous.
/ sitting room and office. Now this is the room that you guys had once talked about possibly making a kitchen. I think it was a good decision not to.
I think it saved me a lot of money for you to shoot that idea down.
Now the most amazing thing, I think, from here is the view of the pool and the outside. So
I agree.
Let's go take a look.
Let's go.
You have grass, you have mulch, you have flowers. It is unbelievable. And it is warm right now, so I think we all want to get in that pool very desperately.
No, I think it's great. Seasonal Concepts did a wonderful job staging and bringing in everything for this whole outdoor area to come alive. I'm really happy with it.
And the landscaping company was...
Oh, Outdoor Creative Designs. I can't believe what all they did, and they did it so quickly. It was just an amazing transformation.
They had a
Pretty
huge
remarkable.
task.
They had a huge task.
Yeah.
They did.
They've transformed it. It's gorgeous.
We warmed up the landing.
Oh, look, it's my babies. I love it.
Some baby pictures. These are
It's wonderful.
I know,
I like seeing that when I come up as we go to their rooms. I think it's great.
cute faces. You can't help but hang them on the wall. And then Fisher's room turned out absolutely adorable.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
And then we have baby Kate's room.
Oh wow, it's so sweet, and the paint color really softened it.
We did change it, so we debated on whether to change it or not. And then we have the hall bathroom.
It's beautiful.
Great job.
Yeah, the color combination worked out really well. We kind of played with the blue on the floor, but then we toned it down a little bit with our decorations.
I think it's breathtaking. It's more than I ever thought from just changing out the vanity and new granite. You've just done an amazing job.
Okay, here's the master bedroom, which is really just a portal at this point to the master bathroom.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It's tranquil. Now we changed this paint color too. So it was a dark chocolate brown, and we changed it to a lighter color. Everything is much softer in
It
here.
just seems to like flow with the rest of the house.
Right.
And it really flows with the bathroom, which
see
is
it.
why we changed it. So we're gonna go see it. I'm really excited about this. Okay.
Oh my goodness!
And then I want you to notice the toilet room has a little bit of snake skin, so that's a little bit of sassy.
Goodness!
Yeah.
Is it real?
Yeah, it's real. I killed them and threw them up on the wall.
They look so good together.
I know.
Jenny, look at you. You pulled it together.
So then we have our gorgeous mirrors, and you.
It's just, oh my goodness. Look, everything is so beautiful. The marble, oh my goodness.
I feel like we're in the Ritz.
You are. And then, of course, we have a beautiful bathtub in
I
front.
love how the wallpaper frames the window.
It looks so different from the 80s small bathroom you once
Disco ball
occupied.
that we thought should come down. It's just stunning. It is stunning. I feel like an adult.
And then if you pivot just a little, you can see your adult shower.
I want to see this shower.
Because it is unbelievable. And you know, there was a lot of talk about what to do with the shower and how to keep it in budget. And tile makes a huge huge
It's
difference.
stunning. I love it.
Yeah. Wendy's design was gorgeous. Randy's execution was beautiful, and we worked together as a great team.
Can I take my shoes off and go in? No, I'm being so serious.
Yeah, absolutely you can. You can do absolutely anything.
Go open it up, Travis. It's amazing.
It is pretty incredible. I feel like I could live in here, honestly.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
So all this renovation was a little stressful for our marriage, but I feel like this might rekindle it.
Mission accomplished.
Yay! I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It kind of felt like the time he was going to propose to me, or he did propose to me, not gonna, but the time he proposed to me, I knew it was coming. And I just felt like all anxious. And it's kind of like the bathroom. Like I felt like it was coming and I knew I was gonna love it and I knew, you don't like my analogy?
Well, I don't know how I feel about you comparing my marriage proposal to the bathroom.
Well, I love them both. I think they are both